Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Dini Firda Novita Putri. My student ID 2519038. Today, we will deliver about the analysis of non-fiction text that we've analyzed. Okay, firstly I will deliver the analysis about the title of the text. Based on the title of the text, we can see that the text discusses something that has never been finished and has always been widely discussed. That is the Israeli attack on Palestine. Since the first time reading the title, the readers already knows that the text in it will discuss matters relating to the Israeli attack on Palestine. But judging by the title, this text will discuss in more detail about the Israeli attack on Palestine using Israeli airstrikes. Israeli airstrikes target Gaza sites in the first attack since the ceasefire is a very sensitive title of the text, so that it attracts readers, especially those who are interested in the latest news about the attacks between Israel and Palestine. Okay, for the next is analysis about the main idea of the text. The main idea in the text is that Israeli aircraft carried out a series of airstrikes on militant locations in the Gaza Strip. Such an attack was the first since a shaky ceasefire in the war with Hamas in the previous month. For the next analysis is about how the writer engaged the readers. Based on the text, the author engaged the readers by using the facts that occurred as evidence related to the Israeli attack on the Palestinians who attacked using airstrikes, targeting facilities used by Hamas militants for meetings to plan attacks. Now, let's move to the analysis about what type of the text is. After reading the text, I think the text is a type of informational and confirmational text. Why is that? Because it contains a lot of information about Israel's attack on Palestine by using airstrikes, along with other information related to Israel's attack on Palestine. Then, why the text is also a type of confirmation text? In my opinion, after reading the text, several statements from both Israel and Palestine contain confirmation from both parties. For example, in the sentence Mansour Abbas, whose ran party in the first Arab faction to join an Israeli coalition, said the march was an attempt to set the region on fire for political aims, with the intention of undermining the new government. Abbas said the police and political security minister should have cancelled the event. I call on all sides not to be dragged into an escalation and maintain maximum restraint, he said. In a statement, it can be seen that Mansour Abbas, whose ran party was the first Arab faction to join the Israeli coalition, confirmed that the attempt to burn the territory was for political purpose. For the next analysis is about what are rhetorical strategies applied in the text. According to the text uses repetitive words as rhetorical strategies. In almost every paragraph of the text, you can find the words Israeli, airstrikes, Gaza, Hamas, and Palestinian. In addition, the text also uses hyperbole words as rhetorical strategies. In the text, there is the word music blaring. Actually, we can use other words than blaring, such as music sound, or other words so that it doesn't seem excessive. For the next analysis is about why did the writer write text? In my opinion, the author's purpose in writing this article is to inform the Israeli attack on Palestine and other information related to other matters relating to the Israeli attack on Palestine, especially the air attack that occurred recently. Okay, for my last analysis is about the advantage of the text. After reading this text, I think this text has advantage. That is, the arrangement of the contents of the text is organized and has 5W and 1H. As we know, it's very important in the text, which is explained in detail in it. so that readers can more easily to understand the information and contents of the text. Okay, that's all the analysis from me, and the next analysis will be delivered by my friend Riastika Yulianti. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Riastika Yulianti from TBIGB. My student number is 2519068. I want to continue about the explanations about Israel airstrikes target Gaza sites in the first attack since the ceasefire's text analysis. So, first, the text is good enough because the writer does use valid data, such as use statistics about the number of victims both for Palestinian or Israeli. And then the writer also mentions the date of the case. And then I think the text is understandable. Why? Because first, the text is used approach the readers, no matter what their bias, can read this essay. And also, the writer used graphic stories in which Palestine and Israel conflict awakens everyone. And then it proves to us that like racist hatred towards others hurts our society as a whole. And then the writer also able to bring such information to the surface, leaving the readers with a better understanding of their own belief. Secondly, I think the text is such powerful text. Why? So first thing first, the writer discussed about topic of Palestine and Israeli conflict, which is it has been long for decades, but no one in this world nor any government can solve this conflict. The writer also explained the whole text using words, phrase, sentences that make evoking sense and of urgency and intensity in the reader. The writer also passionately appeals to our sense of emotions as the war of Israel and Palestine goes on. The text is powerful enough to make the readers feel anger, empathy, and intense to the reader itself. And then there are any political issues in this text, like the topic is about Israel-Palestine political issues. The issues are mostly about power struggle, territory fight, and religion issues. We can see it in the sentence, Mansur Abbas, whose Ram party is the first Arab faction to join an Israel coalition, said the march was an attempt to set the region on fire for political aims, with the intention of undermining the new government. It explained that Israel wants to make a new government from Palestine. It's such a big political issue, right? And then the text was intense for all the people who live in this world, but I think it might be too strong for some people to read because it contains political issues for both religion issues and between Islam and Jewish. And lastly, what are the significance of this text to you? This text gives me insight about that even now there are still war in this world is going on. The writer opened the reader's eyes how the world is still not in peace at all. Me as human feel ashamed if I don't do anything to make this world better. There are still people out there that needs our help. I highly recommend this text because the writer does a really good job of explaining to the readers about the situation of Israel and Palestine's war. This text well reading for those who lack knowledge about exactly what's going on is in Palestine and Israel. That's all from us. That is the explanation of analyzing text for final exam. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.